Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. I want to thank the guy, the anonymous person who sent me the Vcash like he said he would. I mentioned Vcash like I said I would. And now the relationship has even grown even larger. And July is going to be the July of Vcash on this channel. And I will explain more in a video next week. I know a lot of you are interested in trading crypto coin and altcoins, and I have spoken about how altcoins need to market themselves more. And so this is what this Vcash thing is going to be about. I'm going to elaborate on it, but I'm excited about the July of Vcash on this channel. More to come. And also, once DisruptMeister.com finally debuts, it might be tomorrow, I will mention it on this channel. A lot of you altcoin fans are going to be happy about DisruptMeister.com. And still, all of you altcoin people, you want to plug? Send me your altcoin. You follow the instructions that are underneath this video in the notes section. And, you know, everyone deserves a shot here. And everyone should be trying to market themselves as much as possible, because if you're quiet, no one's ever going to hear of you. Anyway, let's talk about marketing and Bitcoin and staying positive and keeping it simple. You know, we have all these articles that come out about Bitcoin technical analysis, like it was a stock, and you see these graphs and charts with trend movements and all this complex stuff. And the articles, they don't take into account any real-life events like the Bitfinex outage we had the other day. It just talks about technicals and price barriers. And then, after all this complexity, analyzing it like it's a mathematical equation of some sort, the guy will conclude the article with, Bitcoin can either go up or down because of what I've just talked about. I mean, the final conclusion after all of this technical mumbo jumbo, I mean, come on. Now let me give you Adam's non-technical analysis of Bitcoin with no charts at all. Okay? In 2020, it's going to be worth more. So hoard it. Don't trade it if you can't trade it. I mean, some guys love to trade. That's your thing, and we're going to get into that next week. But keep it. Hoard it. It's Bitcoin. 2020, it'll be worth more. There's my analysis. Those other articles are hilarious, though. Ignore them, I guess. I mean, it makes it seem like it's much more, mainstream than it really is. Maybe it'll get some stock market guys into it. I mean, that's a positive to take out of that whole thing. Anyway, if you're talking Bitcoin or marketing it on social media or whatever you do when you're talking Bitcoin, you should really try to stay positive. And always remember that quite often someone with a lot more reach than you is actually listening to you or watching you, or you might be talking to someone who has a lot of power. You have no idea. And whatever your Bitcoin mindset is, that person might adopt it and spread it to some important people or just a lot of people. So you want to be positive. And so that person will push it out to others in a positive light. And that's something a lot of people don't understand, that you never know who's listening to you out here on YouTube. You never know who's reading your tweet either. I mean, you never know who could be picking it up. Negativity scares people away. The positive is inviting. Negative things about Bitcoin and complicating it with technical mumbo jumbo that you're just trying to feel like you're special. That's people, and we all agree that we need more people. So we don't want to scare people away. We need the cryptocurrency space to grow, and we want there to be mass adoption. So being a smarty pants to impress people with your technical knowledge is not going to get mass adoption in Vietnam. I mean, that would be awesome to have mass adoption in Vietnam. My God, those people, they need Bitcoin. Trust me, it's a cash society. Tone Vase was just talking about. Now, recently, there's some guys that have a Bitcoin show out there, and they went out of their way to make a guest on their show just look like a fool. And, you know, maybe she should have known better not to be on their show, because these guys are like the Howard Stern of Bitcoin. But that's no excuse. They were mean. They were mean to someone. And it doesn't matter who that someone was. they weren't nice to that person. And what does that accomplish for Bitcoin? I mean, how does that help the price, being mean to someone? And I just wanted to say that because I think I'm not going to mention specifics, but maybe you'll hear about it. Speaking of not mean and marketing, Dash made a really wise investment. They made Amanda Johnson, formerly of the Daily Decrypt, their video spokeswoman. And I think that was a really good move. Now, how they got to go with that? They got to really jump on that because she's big and she could be much bigger. So they got to figure that out. I believe, and speaking of marketing, I believe the marketing hype of that Ethereum has generated and the corporate need for a Bitcoin competitor will pump the price of Ethereum beyond $25 sooner than later. I don't know. I'm not going to give a price range, but they have done a very interesting job marketing themselves of this as this legitimate Bitcoin corporate competitor. Now I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, but that's how they've marketed themselves. And again, I don't know how long Ether is going to last, but I do know right now the marketing, how they position themselves is pretty smart. I know marketing themselves as this complex, cleaned up corporate Bitcoin is a good way of getting powerful friends and boosting the price. They've done a great job of marketing to a powerful niche, or niche, however you want to say it. And there are many other niches out there. So how will Bitcoin or any altcoin step up to market to them? So think about that. Stay positive. I'm Adam Meister. Talk to you later.